Check. Check 1, 2. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, y'all. I have a great show set up for you guys today. What day is it today? It's Tuesday, and I'm in a good mood as always. Hope you guys are feeling great. I have a great show set up for you guys today. In breaking stories, Savannah Guthrie, who is obviously the daughter of Nancy Guthrie, people have recently discovered that in her book, she had a chapter about kidnapping. We have a content creator that's going to break that down and show you the eerie similarities. Also, in lead stories, Kris Harrison's body cam shows moments before he unalived his daughter, or moments after he unalived his daughter. We have a report of a fake Ghislaine Maxwell being exposed. Tyler Reddick is going to, or has addressed the Jordan backlash. And in quick news, Trump talks about being exonerated. Beyonce is being exposed. Mayweather and Tyson fight is set. And we are going to have a little special moment for Reverend Jessy Jackson, who passed away earlier today. As always, directly after quick news, we're going to come to the comment section and talk to you guys. You know, the show is about talking and seeing both sides of the discussion. So we'll come right to comments of the day right after quick news. And then as always, we're going to close out the show with lesson of the day. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, radio, your devices up. Come on, y'all. We made it through Monday and I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Okay. Welcome in. What up? I hope everybody is feeling good. Truth be told, although that I am feeling good, as you guys know, I've been sick for the past couple of days. So excuse me, I'm going to have to be like dabbing my eyes a little bit through this show. I feel good, like mind and body, but I'm just nasally stuffed up and my nose is kind of like itching me and it's making my eyes water. But y'all know I have to come on here every day and bring y'all the latest. I know y'all depend on me, so I am here. But excuse me if I maybe have to mute the mic once in the hour or 2 hours and blow my nose. Hopefully we don't have to do that. But I might have to dab my eyes because they've been watering all day. All right. And I promise y'all I ain't crying. Okay. So also too, programming note, as we've been doing for the past couple of days. See, I'm tickling my nose again. Welcome to everybody who is tuning in live, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Kick. Programming note for YouTubers. We are running 2 streams as we always do. There is a mobile stream, there's a TV stream. And if you're on the TV/laptop stream and you see black on the side, that means you're on the wrong stream, okay? If you're on your TV or on your phone, you should see me in full. The black boxes are just for mobile. And also, FYI, out louders, comments, people who really like to read into the comments, both streams don't show the comments. I see the comments, but on your side, you both don't see the comments. I suggest out louders, you all go to the TV stream so we can all see. I know you guys like to talk to each other, all right? So out louders, go on to the TV stream, all right? Programming note. And also Instagram, we don't get your comments. So if you want to comment, come on the TV screen, okay? All right. I'm only going to say that for a couple of more days. All right. Let's get to breaking news before my nose gives out on me. And excuse me if I'm a little all over the place today. Okay. Now, listen, we have been covering Nancy Guthrie since she has been kidnapped, and there is daily updates. And today there wasn't anything really like groundbreaking changing. Apparently the DNA sample is supposed to be coming back anytime now. TMZ has kind of let us know what's going on with that. Of course, CNN and Fox, everybody's covering it. But I came across something that I thought was pretty unique that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. And it's a content creator talking about Savannah, who is the Today Show host, the most famous one out the family, and she wrote a book and she talked about how her family used to play games of kidnapping. And her aunt, I think Aunt Terry, used to come and kidnap her and then call the mom, Nancy, and be like, I got your kids, come and get them. And it was a playful thing, but it was so normal in her family that she had a chapter in her whole entire book. Now, for those people who are more on the new media side, on the YouTuber content creator, you know, there's a lot of talk going around that they feel like this might be an inside job, a family job. The sheriff came out on national news and said, the DNA that we found in the house, we could confirm that it was nobody in the family, and we would like content creators to leave the family members alone. Everybody has been working with us and everybody has been cordial. We can assure you that no family members are in play here. Of course, content creators, YouTubers, podcasters, we're the ones who got the Epstein files out, so we're not going to believe nothing, okay? Also, before I play the video for you, CNN yesterday was interviewing somebody from, I can't remember, I think it was a city councilor or something. Do you guys know that the city councilors and people around Arizona are upset that YouTubers are out covering Nancy Guthrie's case and monetizing while reporting and covering? And they're like, oh, they're sitting down and they're taking super chats from their viewers. Their people are sending them coffee, and they're sitting out here and reporting and like tracking around our detectives and stuff. Excuse me, what the heck do you think TMZ is doing? What do you think CNN is doing? What do you think Fox is doing? They're doing the exact same thing as content creators. You don't think Fox is making money covering you? Fox is covering you. CNN is covering you. Laura Coates has an hour live, and every 15 minutes, guess what? There's a commercial. I was so offended by them saying we don't want content creators and YouTubers coming out here. They're sitting outside of Nancy's house talking to their followers and asking them to send them coffee and asking them to, well, this is how content creators make money. We don't have $1 million contracts with CNN and get to sit down in offices. Anyways, I was so mad. Anyways, let me digressionate here. All right, let me get to this this chapter in Nancy's book. Take a listen.
Guess what I just found out? Savannah Guthrie wrote a book, and in that book, she talks about how her cousin Terry would fake kidnap she and her sister. And then when they got to a certain place, they would be able to call their mom, and the mom would go along with it and be like, okay, well, as it was a ransom, stop the train. Savannah has been practicing for a kidnapping her whole life? Is that what I'm gathering from this? Very MK coded.
So many comments and DMs about my video where I talk about in Savannah's book, there's a whole chapter where she talks about how important Psalm 23 is to her and why. It's because there were these annual kidnappings in her family. And I'm saying this in quotes, okay? It was a game that her cousin Terry would play with Savannah and Annie, where she would wake them up at kind of very early in the morning while it was still dark, had them get into her car and fake kidnap them to her house for a few days. And then she would let Savannah call her mom when they were to Phoenix. I think that's where the cousin lived, to say, Mom, Terry stole us. We're in Phoenix. And the mom kind of played along. The mom, Nancy, played along and said, okay, I guess I'll come and get you in a few days.
Should we be looking into Terry now? Maybe it was their annual kidnapping. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it's getting more bizarre by the second. Maybe Terry was like, well, it's Nancy's turn to be kidnapped. You can't make this up. She has an entire chapter on getting kidnapped annually. And now her mom, for real, is kidnapped.
I do think it is a little strange, but it could also be, let's be fair, it could also be the reason why the actual kidnapper is using this as one of his or her ploys. Actually, I think they've confirmed that is a male. He could have been a stalker. He could be somebody that was obsessed. I heard an FBI profiler saying that they feel like there's some people who will watch and be fans of somebody and feel like they're part of their family. It feels like they know them and they've never even met Savannah. So I think more along the lines of it could be something like that, where there's an obsessed fan or somebody that she reported on that is upset at her. Reporters, their job is to dig deep and get the truth out, right? I mean, I feel like that's why some people are kind of like looking sideways at, you know who, Mr., president. And who knows, maybe, he had something to do with this, but we already talked about that. Crazy work that they had this already in their family and now they're dealing with it in real life. I did think it was a little bit eerie. And again, this is why new media is so important. This is why we are the future and people are not watching Fox and CNN because we are getting to the hardcore facts and all of the intricacies around what's going on, right? So stay tuned. I will bring you more of that. And shout out to my content creators who are out in Arizona. Send them super chats, send them super thanks, send them coffee, send them tips. We work hard. I remember every day outside the Diddy trial, y'all would send me super chats, join the Out Loud memberships. This is how we make a living as content creators, okay? So make sure y'all keep on supporting new media, not just me, but other YouTubers, streamers. We are a new community. We are bringing y'all the truth and we work hard, all right? So shout out to all my content creators. Okay, let's end that with that's breaking news. Let's go over to lead stories where there's this body cam is like really crazy with Lucy Harrison, and I have some more information about this. This started with an argument about Donald Trump, a father and his daughter. He ended up unaliving her. He claims it's by accident. I'll show you the video, the body cam. Then I have another content creator talking about a fake Ghislaine Maxwell. And then a story that I'm very interested in, Michael Jordan and this whole debacle that happened at NASCAR. Tyler Reddick, the driver, the father of the son in question, finally speaks out. And I think you guys are going to be a little bit shocked when you hear his response, and I think you might come over to my side because as much as I love Jordan, I question this. And Tyler Reddick didn't seem to just brush it off like how a lot of people are, okay? So let's go over to breaking news right now. I said go over to breaking news. I mean, let's go over to lead stories. I'm sick, okay? Give me grace. Okay, here, I want to put this up here first. We have this here right beside me. Okay, this is the headline, 2025 body cam footage. Hold on, let's see here. Body cam footage shows the moments after Kris Harrison unalived his daughter, Lucy Harrison, in Texas over Trump criticism. Okay, now, I just want to, before I play the body cam, I just want to give some context because I feel like a lot of people know about the story, but may not be as big as, the Nancy Guthrie story. So I just want to remind everybody, and then I'll play the body cam footage for you, okay? So Kris Harrison, father living in Texas. Lucy Harrison, 23-year-old daughter visiting from England. Shout out to Katie and Andrew. Okay, the incident, January the 10th, 2025. Lucy was unalived, in her chest by her father. Sorry, by the way, I can't read things properly here because of flags, but you all can understand when I say in her chest, what happened with the gun, okay? Just hours before she was due to leave to go on her flight back to the UK. Body cam footage played later at a UK coroner inquest shows that Kris, the father, told police the gun just went off while he was showing it to her. Okay. What led up to it? Earlier that day, Lucy and her father had a heated argument described in testimony as about a Donald Trump related issue, including a political disagreement that upset Lucy. Her boyfriend told the inquest that after the argument, Lucy became upset. Around 30 minutes later, her father took her into the bedroom where he kept his gun, and moments later, a shot was heard. Now, the key thing is that the father took her into the room, okay? The legal ruling, a UK coroner ruled that Lucy's unaliving was an unlawful unaliving, says her father acted with gross negligence. A Texas grand jury previously declined to indict Kris, the father, so he is free of all charges. This man's never been arrested. Nothing ever happened to him at all. Now, what official sources have said, the coroner noted that for Lucy to have been shot the way she did, the gun would have had to been pointed at her without checking if it was loaded, which is reckless. This is a father. It had to have been pointed at her. This is reckless. The father claims the weapon was in a lockbox and fired accidentally when he picked it up to show her. Why would you pick up a GUN and show your daughter half an hour after you got into an argument with her? This is just crazy. The coroner also heard evidence that Kris Harrison, the father, had a previous history of alcohol issue and was drinking that day. Okay, now let's play the footage. Here it is. Sorry, here. Okay, here it is. Take a listen.
Kitty, y'all.
That's our daughter.
Okay.
It's my daughter.
Okay.
And we were getting ready to go to the airport and we were talking about guns. And she said, "You got a gun?" I said, "Yes." I got it out and it just went off as she stood there. As I pulled it out, it went off.
Okay.
It must have been, obviously.
Did you put the gun on the bed?
I put it on the bed straight away, yeah.
Where was it at?
It was in the bedside cabinet.
Okay, yeah, like a little. You just keep it in there.
In a locked box. Okay. And we took it out to look, and just as I picked it up, it went off.
Okay. Ma'am, I'll have you step over here, and we'll come over here. Okay.
So sorry.
Are they involved?
Can he go or somebody go?
Yeah, we'll get it figured out. I got you. Yep. Here, I just want to see. So if they have to come out, because there's like
because
9.
They were about to go back to England, so she's not.
Well, she's not going now.
Okay. Are you?
This is her boyfriend.
Boyfriend. Okay.
Baylor Scott White, please here and make me all pretty.
Yep, we got it. More than likely, honestly, she's probably going to go to plaintiff. Based on the injury. It'll be THR plaintiff. Okay. More than likely. I'll tell you here shortly.
Do you know if she's breathing or?
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
So.
I don't know, man. I don't trust the boyfriend. I don't trust the father. They say that he was intoxicated. They say he was drinking that day. The argument. I just don't see how you have an argument with somebody political over Trump, and you know how arguments with Trump gets, and I'm not picking sides here, but you know how heated it could get. We have talked about this at length. Family members, they go to Thanksgiving dinner saying, we're not going to talk about politics. It gets really heated. And then half an hour later, you're going to bring her into a room. And I think that's a lie right there. He's talking to the police. Oh, we were talking about guns? Why would you and your daughter be talking about guns after Trump? And then all of a sudden, like, it's just in a lockbox. When a gun is in a lockbox, it's supposed to be locked, the trigger locked and everything. And the coroner saying the way how it went, it had to have been pointed at her. So to me, I mean, I'm not a jury member, I'm not a grand jury member, but to me, it seems as if like I would agree with the inquiry from the UK. Now, why Texas grand jury didn't want to indict him, that's a whole other story. But I think this should be brought up in the news more, and we should be looking into this. If you guys just remember, just last week, a Minnesota grand jury was more than willing to indict Don Lemon for being in a church. So this is the same thing. This is a grand jury. You go to a grand jury, you show them some evidence, and they're like, yeah, I think you have enough evidence. So you can indict Don Lemon and arrest him and bring him to court. But this man here that unalived his daughter after getting into an argument, you see the son's hand on his head. He looks stressed out. He looks like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid to tell the truth. The father is like, oh, we were having a conversation about guns. And you're trying to tell me that's not enough to just be like, I'm not saying he's guilty, but that's not enough for a grand jury just to indict him, bring him to a trial so that it could be investigated. And a jury, an actual real jury, can decide if he's guilty or not. This is crazy, crazy work. Y'all let me know in the comment section what you think about Lucy craziness. And don't have political discussions with your family members. All right, next thing we're going to go over is to Ghislaine Maxwell. I always mess up her name. This is, just yet another conspiracy about Epstein. Is Epstein alive? Is Ghislaine alive? I just, again, like I always say about this whenever we talk about Epstein, because Republicans and Democrats and prime ministers and the royal family and billionaires and the most powerful people in the world are all mixed up in this, we are never going to get the truth. I do believe Epstein is still alive. I think right now we're going to show you proof that Ghislaine has been switched out. She's actually really not spending time in jail because she was about to talk. And ever since she was about to talk, we see a different Ghislaine. We've seen reports, I played it for you guys, where Epstein, I think they say he's in Italy or in Europe or somewhere. We're never going to get the truth. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We're never going to get the other 3 million files. We're never going to get the unredacted. We're just never going to get it. That's what I feel comfortable telling myself, because I'm tired of hyping myself up. Take a listen to this.
No way this is Ghislaine Maxwell. Do a side-by-side comparison.
I have an 8-year-old nephew, and I gave him a before and after picture of Ghislaine Maxwell, and even he said this is not Ghislaine. But y'all want to stay in denial. Listen to this.
This is the most recent photo of her released on Monday, February 9th, 2026. When you do a side-by-side comparison, the noses don't match, and either do the eyes. Looks like they've got the body double fitted with a cheap Amazon wig. When have we seen this before? Not only that, but the Friday before this picture was taken, New York Post conveniently got footage of Ghislaine Maxwell walking the yard in prison. And what do you know? They are now handing out umbrellas in jail. You know, to make sure her skin doesn't get damaged, or maybe so we don't see her face. The question now is, did she ever actually go to prison? She may have taken these photos in 2020, but the video from that same day seems to be somebody entirely different. So, what do you think? Did Ghislaine's appearance completely change in the last 6 years since she's been in prison? Or did they swap her out with a bad body double? As always, I want to hear down below.
I said at the end of the reel here, like, all these distractions are done on purpose. You know, all the stuff that's happening in the media, everything. I feel like Nancy Guthrie, I feel like it's planned. I feel like it's a distraction so that we do not talk about Epstein. We don't get worried about Ghislaine Maxwell. I think it's all a distraction. And that's why I'm a YouTuber. Remember when, not Kylie Jenner, was it Kylie? Caitlyn, I don't remember. 2 or 3 weeks ago said, I never had a nose job, and she was trying to say, like, oh, as a teenager, my nose looked this way, and now that I'm older, and we played a video that showed how much her nose changed. Even if you want to give Caitlyn or Kylie, whichever one it was, that nose job, even if you want to give them that, to say, okay, from puberty to 25, now your nose changed. How many 50-year-old women do you know that their nose changes that much? I just want to know. Like, I can't wait to come to the comment section. Like, who, as a full-blown adult, does your nose change that much? And when you put on weight, your nose doesn't change. Your eyes don't change. So it's just crazy. But again, this is what happens when, you know, we are controlled by regular media. All right. Okay. So that is Ghislaine, whatever her name is. Let's go over to a story that is still top of my mind. And I did a video today about this Jordan incident, and I'm still getting the same reaction. A lot of people don't care. They're like, oh, no, Trent. You're just this, leave him alone. Jordan. Okay, I'm going to leave it after this. But I just would like to know what you guys think of Tyler Reddick's response. You're going to hear TMZ ask him, will you comment about the Jordan situation? And just listen to his tone. If this was nothing to him, let me know if this was nothing to you, let me know if this is how you would answer. And then after, I'm going to just replay the video for you again. Actually, let me switch it up. I'm going to play the video again. Okay. I'm going to play the video again. Then I'm going to play Tyler Reddick's reply. And then I'm going to show you a video from the kid after. Okay. So just to bring everybody up to speed, let's play this here. No sound on this. Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know or didn't watch my video today, Michael Jordan is claiming that he was, sorry. Hold on. Let me come back to the screen here. Not Michael Jordan. People are saying that Michael Jordan was breaking up ice out of his shirt and some of it slid down to his calf. Now, again, like I've been saying for the past couple of days, I love Michael Jordan. He is the reason for my success of my national brand. I've worked with Jordan Brand for over 15 years. I love Michael Jordan. I think he's the greatest basketball player and one of the greatest athletes of all times. But y'all know me, I'm about receipts and facts. So this, to me, I think is hard to deal with. Now, look, Michael Jordan's face, you'll see here, is turned away from the kid. It's not like the kid is like struggling with an ice out of his back and Jordan helps him. Jordan is not even aware. And then he turns around and then what they're saying is helping him with ice, an ice pack. Okay, listen. Watch. Okay, he turns around. This is him breaking up ice, and then apparently the ice is falling. I don't see any ice being picked up. The kid just looks a little bit like, what are you doing back there? We'll watch it one more time. Okay. This is ice broken up. Where is the ice? Okay. Anyways, just wanted to play that one last time for you guys. Now listen to his dad's reaction. Take a listen.
So we wanted to ask real quick, did you know you had it locked in? Or did you brace for chaos?
Yeah. Every speedway race I've won, it seems like it's chaotic. So.
Love that. So what did Michael Jordan say to you, like right after the win?
Yeah, came through in a clutch moment for him.
Love that. We also have to ask, man, so a lot of people online, you know, we're talking about Michael Jordan's interaction with your son.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Okay, no worries. Tyler, one last question. Where does this rank in your career, you think?
Ooh, I didn't even realize something. Hold on. He doesn't even answer. His publicist or the guy, his assistant or something, he answers. Oh my God, that makes it even worse. No, we're not going to talk about that? Come on. You're trying to tell me Tyler Reddick is not upset. If that was my child and I had no problem with it, I'd be like, you guys are acting so silly. Jordan is my guy. He is my boss. He is my friend. Him and my son have a great relationship. Y'all are ridiculous. You're just going to be signing stuff. And then my assistant's going to be like, no comment. I'm even more convinced Tyler is upset now. What? Yo, I got to play that again. Watch this. Yo.
And so a lot of people online, you know, we're talking about Michael Jordan's interaction with your son.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Okay, no worries. Tyler, one last question. Where does this rank in your career, you think?
Number one.
Number one. I love that. What's next for you?
Wow. All right. By the way, just where this is ranking your career. He's talking about his win. I think this might, whatever. This is most like comeback win of all times. I'm not a big NASCAR. I don't watch NASCAR, so I don't know. I cannot wait to go to the comment section. Okay, no, actually, no, sorry. I have a couple more things. So that was the dad's reaction. We watched the video. I just want to show you some people online. There's some people that are throwing out Jordan's shoes. Take a listen.
You digging them boys' booty, Mike. Can't do it, Mike. It's all over, baby.
I listen, I don't know if I'm there yet. I would like to see this develop a little bit more. I would like Michael Jordan to come out and say something. I would like somebody to show me an angle where there is ice. I would like to see maybe some ice that's in the shirt. Like there is a bunch of cameras there. I would just like to see a little bit more before I start throwing out my Jordans. That's just me. And also here is somebody on the radio, not a radio, a podcaster that was the first people that came out and was like defending Jordan. And what I said from the beginning is, yo, it's 2026. Yo, I'm not defending nobody. You see what has happened with R. Kelly, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, Jay-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know what is going on. These names in the Epstein files, I am not defending nobody. I don't care how much I like Jordan. I'm not going to defend Jordan just like that. Here is what this podcaster come out and said. And again, I don't know if there's any proof of this ice.
Reddick's son had a chunk of ice. You can see that Tyler Reddick's son's shirt is completely saturated. And Michael Jordan trying to help a little kid out. Let me get those chunks of ice out of your back.
It initially looks shocking, and I think there's a reasonable explanation for it.
Yep.
It looks like he's trying to get stuff out of his shirt and pants.
I think that's exactly.
It's shocking the first time you see it.
It
Like,
looked shocking. Please do your due diligence and realize that it was chunks of ice that were in the kid's back area by his waistline of the shorts, and Michael Jordan was not grabbing his ass. grabbing the cubes of ice to try to break them up and make them fall down, and they fell down on his legs, and he wiped them off his legs. None of us are doing it just because we all love Michael Jordan, which we all do.
He wasn't in the Epstein files?
No, he was not.
I mean,
he was not.
This was a thing. I mean, we would probably know about it.
That is the part that upsets me the most. He's like, he wasn't in the Epstein files, and this is how we're gonna judge people now. Oh, you weren't in the Epstein files? Okay, you're a perfect person. And then he follows up and says, if this was a thing, we would know about it. You think if this was a thing, like Jordan would be advertising this? Like, what are you talking about? Do you see how much of a cover-up we're dealing with Epstein? And we know about Epstein, and we know about people involved in Epstein, and you're like, oh, if Jordan was into this kind of stuff, we would know about it. It's just the ignorance. And here they literally are admitting, like, hey, we're not just saying this because we love Jordan, but we're saying it because what? I'm literally online 20 hours a day. I see everything. I haven't seen any angle or any proof. I haven't seen any ice. And again, I'm not saying that he's guilty. All I'm just saying is, why are we running to a man's defense who hasn't defended himself, who we haven't seen any ice in the shorts or any ice fall down? And then thirdly, now, to me, the most damning evidence is Tyler Reddick is signing papers, and his publicist / assistant is like, we're not talking about this right now. Yo, that's what you do when like you start lawyering up. Like, yo, my lawyer said not to say anything about this. Anyways, let me just pass this right now because I know there's a lot of Jordan fans out there. But again, like I said, there's no bigger Jordan fan than me. But what we've learned in the past 2 or 3 years, you got to be careful of the people who you're defending. All right. Let's go over to quick news right now. We're going to talk about Donald Trump saying that he's been exonerated because, just like he can never do anything wrong. And then I have a really good story for you that a lot of people are not talking about. Beyonce is being exposed for firing her tour manager that has worked for her for the past 20 years. His daughter is has made a video and is trying to get Beyonce's attention. We're going to talk about Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson's fight being set. I want to know if you guys are excited about that because I'm not really. And then quickly, we're going to send a special RIP to Reverend Jessy Jackson. Let's go to quick news right now. All right. Yo, shout out to me. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. My eyes haven't watered. I haven't sneezed. I haven't blown my nose yet. This show really gets me amped up, man. This is why I do this every day. Even yesterday, I was like, yo, it's Monday. I'm sick. And by the end of the show, I was like, I'm in such a good mood. I don't know why I'm in such a good mood. And I just remember it's this show talking to you guys and being here. And this is why I do this every day. So next time I'm in a bad mood, y'all remind me, okay? All right, let's go to Mr. Donald. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I forgot to show you guys one thing. If you guys are still here. Look at the kid after. Sorry to talk about Jordan again, but look at this. Look at the kid. We have a video of him after the incident, okay? Look at this. Does he look comfortable with Jordan behind him? Look at that look. Okay, we'll play it back for you again. He's looking, and then he looks almost, people are saying that he looks a little frightened. Like he's scared that it might happen again. Look. What do y'all think of that? I don't know, because it's not saying anything, but that video mixed with the dad, we shall see, okay? Yes, let's get back to quick. Should I run this again? Okay, now it's officially quick news. I make myself laugh. Okay. Trump. Let's go to Mr. Trump. Somebody on Air Force One asked them, hey, what's going on with the Epstein files? Like, what do you think of it? He's like, yes, you know what? I love that the Epstein files came out. That means I've been exonerated. What are you talking about? Take a listen.
I have nothing to hide. I've been exonerated. I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. They went in hoping that they'd find it and found just the opposite. I've been totally exonerated. In fact, Jeffrey Epstein was fighting that I don't get elected with some author, a sleazebag, by the way. And I've been totally exonerated. No, they're getting pulled in, and that's their problem. I don't know, they're going to have to see what happens. But I watched her in Munich, and she seriously has Trump derangement syndrome.
Do you think that she should publicly testify?
I've been totally exonerated on Epstein.
Did you guys see the top there where it said, oh, let me just pull it up again. It says that he was in the files. Mr. Trump being mentioned 38,000 times. This man had the audacity to say, hey, I've been exonerated. I've been exonerated. I got nothing to do with him, but my name was in the files 38,000 times. Now, I heard like Ellen DeGeneres was in there, Whoopi Goldberg was in there, this person, and Whoopi was like, hey, I was in there, but I was in there because in an email, somebody said something about me while they were talking, so you're technically in the Epstein files, which is like, I feel like a little bit dirty to do. Like even the Jay-Z thing is kind of questionable, but at least the Jay-Z thing, that's actually like a tip from the FBI line saying, hey, Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein did this to me. So I understand it hasn't been checked or hasn't been looked into or whatever, but at least that's like, technically you're really in the files. Somebody talking about, hey, I left Whoopi Goldberg's show and then went to Epstein. Like, you're not really in the files. But Donald Trump is like in there. He has pictures. He's in the Epstein files more than Jesus' name is in the Bible. He's in there. His name is in the Epstein files more times than Harry Potter's name is in all of Harry Potter's books. And I think there's 7 of them. For him to say that he's been exonerated, and then he says, people have Trump delusion syndrome. This guy's crazy. He needs to be studied. I'm telling you. Okay. Let's go over to Beyonce. And this news that is kind of bubbling online. The stage manager for Beyonce, he worked for Beyonce for the past 20 years. His name is Terry Cooley. He's actually well known in the industry. Of course, performers are not always on tour. He is known mainly for being Beyonce's tour manager, but he's also Mariah Carey's tour manager. He got into an accident on the job and he got a neck injury. He had a pinched nerve when he was working for Mariah Carey. He had to take some time off, and during his time off, things got bad for him, and he went into his savings, and he had to sell his house. He had to move back in with his parents and his daughter. Things were not well for him. Lo and behold, he was able to get back on his feet and be able to start working again, and he reached out to Beyonce. And Beyonce and her team rehired him, excuse me, around the time where she was doing the hotel show in Dubai. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was around 2 years ago. Remember when she got paid like $38 million for the show? Anyways, on that show, they realized he is not the man he used to be. And as a result, they were like, hey, we all know that you were like instrumental from Destiny's Child time, and you've been with Beyonce for the past 20 years, but you're not able to do the things that you're able to do. So we have to unfortunately let you go. Now, his daughter in the video, which is 8 minutes long, and I just took out 1 minute that I'm going to play for you. In the video, his daughter is saying they let him go without giving him any severance pay. They didn't give him any bonuses. They didn't give him any help or whatever, et cetera, et cetera. But some people have done some digging around and found out that he wasn't employed. He was a contractor for hire. When you're a contractor for hire, you're not employed by anybody. You get paid a little bit more money, but you don't have, vacation pay. You don't have bonuses, whatever. You say, hey, you want me to do this? You pay me $1 million. You do that. You have your own company, your own filings to do. The fact that they let him go because he wasn't able to move like how he used to, he's broke again. And his daughter is now putting out this video trying to drum up some support online because she feels even though he wasn't an employee and just a contractor for hire, she still feels that after being instrumental in developing her career, and y'all know that Beyonce is known for her tours, known for her performances, and if he was the man that helped craft that, she feels that Beyonce should be doing a little bit more for her dad. Okay, so just take a listen. This is not full 8 minutes. I just pulled 1 minute. Take a listen.
Never fully got back to, the physical ability level that he was at before his incident. But nevertheless, he rehabilitated himself extensively. And he was elated when he got a job opportunity to go with Beyonce to a hotel opening, if I'm remembering correctly, in Dubai. And so, this was a big deal. This was the first time my dad had gone back out into the field since his injury. He was excited. He missed his work. He needed the money, right? So he goes out to Dubai. And I can't remember exactly how long he was out there for, but essentially he got fired because of his physical state. The team that was working for Beyonce at the time, and mind you, again, my dad has been not only on Beyonce's team, but one of the head people in Beyonce's team for 20 plus years since he was working with us, since she was in Destiny's Child. They decided that he just wasn't keeping up enough because he couldn't walk fast enough and he couldn't move quickly enough, even though, there are plenty of positions that they could have given him where he could sit behind a desk and help design the stage, or, have fewer, maybe not be expected to work 24 hours straight, right? But rather than make accommodations, they made the determination to let him go.
All right. So that's the story. Y'all could decide how you feel about that. Some people are saying, listen, it's a cold world out here if you're not able to produce. I'm tending to be a little bit more on her side. I would feel if my tour manager, my stage manager has been around for 20 years and he's not able to do what he can do, maybe I'm not going to be able to pay him like what he used to, but I'll definitely try to find a job for him somewhere where it's a desk job or it's or design or something to give him something rather than just completely let him go. But there's always two sides to a story. So I just wanted to share that with you. Okay. Let's move on now to something that a lot of people are talking about. Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson have set the stage to fight. We knew that this was coming. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mike Tyson will have an exhibition match in the Democratic Republic of Congo, tentatively agreed to be April the 24th, 2026 per Ring magazine. Now, I want to know, are you guys excited for this? I was excited for the Tyson-Jake Paul fight. And if you ask me, it was severely disappointing. We saw a bunch of clips of Tyson, well, not clips, like reels on Instagram. And, a lot of experts were like, you could put a minute together of anybody and make them look powerful and crazy. But I was like, this is still Iron Mike Tyson. Like, to me, one of the greatest heavyweight champions, well, to a lot of people, one of the best heavyweight champions of the world. And Jake Paul, we all know, was not a real boxer. We saw what Anthony Joshua did to him, right? But to see Tyson moved like how he moved in there, and Jake Paul was like, this guy is such a hero to me. I didn't want to knock him out, so he kind of just played with him for the 8 rounds. Okay, now my nose is starting to itch me again. Sorry. So if that's Jake Paul, what do you think Floyd Mayweather is going to do to him? Now, I understand that Floyd is a much smaller boxer compared to Mike Tyson, and if Tyson catches him, it's over. But Floyd Mayweather is the best defensive boxer to ever live. Boxers cannot catch Floyd. And this is why Floyd, to me, is one of the greatest boxers to ever live, and he's going to be probably one of the most sound boxers to ever live because he didn't get touched. You can't touch Floyd. He has a shoulder movement where you're 90% of the punches, if they land on his shoulder. You think a 60-something-year-old Mike Tyson is even going to come close to touching Floyd Mayweather? It's not even a possibility. So I say this, I'm going to watch it anyways, but I'm not really excited for this, but it's probably going to come out on Netflix. You don't have to pay for it. So just wanted to let you guys know that it is coming up, okay? Last thing in quick news, just a little bit of sad news. Reverend Jessy Jackson is no longer with us. Oops. Sorry. I'm still getting used to all this live stuff. All right, come on, Jessy, put that back up. Beautiful. All right. Jeez, I'm ruining the moment. All right. I want to read to you guys something about Jessy Jackson before I play the video that I made. Reverend Jessy Jackson family has announced his passing earlier this morning. He passed away peacefully at the age of 84 years old. His family released a statement. We shared him with the world, and in return, the world became part of our extended family. His unwavering belief in justice, equality, and love uplifted millions, and we ask to honor his memory by continuing to fight for the values he lived by. Jessy Jackson was a major civil rights leader, political activist, and two-time presidential candidate who rose to prominence during the civil rights movement and remained influential in American politics for decades. Let's keep his family and friends in our prayers. If it wasn't for Reverend Jessy Jackson, there'd be no Barack Obama and there would be no Kamala Harris. He was the first, if I'm not mistaken, the first Black man to be a presidential candidate. He risked his life for us. He was instrumental in civil rights, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We've been seeing a lot of clips from him today. And I heard him telling a story about growing up in the South and his great grandmother. And I can't even say it on YouTube what happened, but you all know what happened in those kind of times. And to know what he was a product of, the R word, all right? And, you know, how people were owned and how things got integrated. And it was just hard to listen to. And I think that, you know, the more and more of these leaders pass away, I think it's more important for us, the newer generation, to always make sure that we highlight what they did for us. I wouldn't be able to have this platform sitting down here and talking and being able to say whatever I want to say as a Black man. And that is for the reason for that is from civil rights leaders like Reverend Jessy Jackson. So I made this today for Jessy. I am Black, beautiful, proud, and must be respected. Rest in peace to the King, Reverend Jessy Jackson.
I am Black, beautiful, proud. I must be respected. I must be protected.
Jeez. Sorry. You know what we have to do for that, right? You know what we gotta do for that. Jeez. Shout out to the leaders, man. What those guys did, men and women did, never to be forgotten. And you have people in the Trump administration taking down things in Philadelphia with George Washington and trying to erase our history. By the way, a judge said that they have to put that stuff back up, by the way, in Philadelphia. So shout out to the leaders before us paving the way. All right. Okay, that's it for quick news. I'm coming right to the comment section to talk to you guys. I see the comment section is a little bit more alive than yesterday, which y'all know I like. Coming over to the comment section right now. All right. Guys, I made it. Yo, shout out to the Out Louders for getting me through the show. 47 minutes. That's how I like to do. Before we get to the comments, I know there's a lot. I'm coming right away. Y'all know I have a quick question to ask you. It will only take a minute. Is your computer, laptop, or cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? Yes, they are. All of them. If you're not using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform, please go to my sponsor below, aura.com/Trent Out Loud, to get your free 14-day trial to see if any of your data has already been exposed. If you're ever wondering how scammers get your cell phone number or why your inbox is filled with spam, here is why. There are companies called data brokers, and they sell your data, and they do it without your consent, and they make billions of dollars selling it to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. That is why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family, friends, and y'all, the Out Louders. Aura takes care of the hard part for you automatically. That's the key word here. Automatically removing your private information off of these sites and keeping it off. With Aura, you get alerts if any of your personal information is ever found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts if your credit card or banking information leaks on the dark web. You also get a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager. They have US-based round-the-clock customer service. Also, in the event that anything should ever go wrong, Aura also includes a $5 million identity theft insurance protection package. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking your front door and keeping your back door open, all right? Do not waste time. It is absolutely 100% free. Here's a QR code. It's free for 14 days. Any of your information is really cool. You sign up, they'll show you, yo, your social security number is out there, your credit card, oh, your phone number is out here, your email. That's why you're getting these spam links or whatever. Click of a button, it's all erased, and Aura will keep your information off of the dark web. Make sure y'all do that and sign up today, okay? First link below. Again, it's absolutely free, so you got nothing to lose. Also, do not forget to sign up for the Out Loud membership. You'll see the join button above me, or you'll see a membership tab, okay? And also let me bring up the comment section. While I'm doing that, a lot of people ask, hey, Trent, we really love the show. Do you have PayPal? Do you have Venmo? The best way, if you want to give back to the show, is while we're doing our live, you can give us a super chat while I'm live, or a super thanks after this video is made, okay? All right. Black Girl Lost. What's up, Tasha? Bah, 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 bah. Hey, y'all. Where's Brother Trent? Let's go. Tasha and DJ Out Louders from North Carolina. Come on, raise up. What? Okay, my nose is starting to itch me now. What up, Tasha, DJ? Renee, good evening. Trent and the Out Louders. Bah, 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 bah. Kim is in the building as always. Renee says, hey, Kim. Hey, Joyce is in here today. What up, Joyce from Chi-Town? Chi-Town in the building. Blessings, my friend. That's from Paul. What up, Paul? Kim saying hi back to Renee. Chris says, happy Tuesday, my fellow Trent Angels and Out Louders. Let's go. Even my is a little off today. All right. Y'all just saying what's up to each other. Mystery, what up? Streaming from UK. Hit that like button. Crystal says, why you crying, Trent? You miss us that much. Do you need a hug? I always need a hug, and I always miss you guys, yo. Press like I have. Paul says, yeah, basically press that like button. Crystal says, hope y'all having a good day. Emily said, hey, Trent. Paul said, England leads locked in. What up? Emily again. Yes. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Akela. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Somebody said it. What up, doggy? AVFC. Tara's in the building. Says hello, everyone. Kim. All right. I don't think she's alive anymore, unfortunately. And the people that took her are long gone. Very, very sad. Another person says, hey, you to help, please, since the U.S. and European Union have arrived in Nigeria and Ghana, more terrorist attacks, etc. Okay. Audrey said, I asked Gronk which politicians is referenced the most times in the Epstein files. The answer is Donald Trump appears in the Epstein files more often than any politician, with over 38,000 references. That's from Audrey. Thank you very much, Audrey. Mystery says, Rem, the Guthrie case, Nancy playing games regarding kidnapping on a yearly basis, and now it's happening for real. Oh my gosh, I know, it is crazy. Crystal says, okay, this whole kidnapping thing was already weird before. So many reasons, but this does make it a little bit more sus, in my opinion. I totally agree. Look at Nip. Looks at Nip. Not too sure. Totally agree with you, Crystal. Excuse me. Mystery says, hey, Trent, you're still underwell. Thanks for coming on tonight. Come on, man. Y'all know I have to come out for y'all. Shout out to Andrew. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well, Andrew and Katie. Yolanda says, greetings. What up, Yolanda? Crystal said, a little stressed, having serious financial issues, but it's all good. Hey, Citizen Kane wants to cash up you some money. No, you'll have no financial issues. Thank you for asking. How are you, Kim? Hope you're feeling better than me. I'm sorry that you're not feeling that great, Crystal. Hopefully these lives are able to pick you up. Christian says, he's he's pretty calm after his daughter is gone by his hand. Exactly what I'm saying. Like, that is such a sus situation to me. Rudy said, well, I can't put that out there, but I'll read it. He unalived his daughter over Trump. He's not even upset about it, lying about it. Thank you very much. I totally agree. What up, Out Louder? Citizen Kane in the building. What up, Kane? Bam, 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 bam. Renee says, yes, I do. I lost my friend 40 years ago behind Trump. Wow, Renee, that's crazy. Sorry to hear that. A man unalived his daughter out of rage. Mars came early today. Hey, T, Angels, and Out Louders. What up, what up, what up, what up? Little Mama said he is lying. Rudy says, hold on, let me take that off the screen. If the GUN went off accidentally, it would not have hit her in the chest, period. Exactly. Crystal said, hey, citizen. Hey, maybe we might have a little match going on here. Crystal saying, what's up to Mars? Everybody's saying, Citizen said, what's up back to Crystal? All right, y'all are just saying hi to each other. Audrey again says, pardon J6ers update. Andrew Johnson guilty. Hold on, I got to take this off the screen. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of that. Little Mama says, Lemon is guilty, but I think he was set up. He was fine with entering, but if he interrupted the service, that's part of the law that was broken. Yes, well, from what we know, from what we see, he didn't interrupt, but I totally agree. If we do see him, blocking or interrupting, then yes, he is guilty. Citizen is saying, what's up to Kim? All is well out here in Arizona. Shelly says, Trump attorney is in the files. That's why he'll never get it and they will never be prosecuted for it. Exactly. Little Mama says, we have enough Epstein files depositions from 2012. Katie said, how do you Trent? Katie and Angie and Andrew listening from West London, UK. Tara, what up, guys? What up, what up, what up? I said hi to you guys earlier, even though before you commented. Tara said, I'm always behind Epstein was alive. Sorry, I've always believed. Sorry, I read that wrong. I've always believed Epstein was alive. There's absolutely no Ghislaine. That's absolutely not Ghislaine Maxwell. Totally agree, Tara. As always, we always agreeing with each other. Citizen Kane said alleged EP and I guess Epstein and Max got switched out. Totally agree. We played that video with that fake Epstein and all of that stuff. They're somewhere like chilling together. Little Mama says you probably can purchase them on a commissary. Oh, you're talking about the umbrella. Somebody says it's a double for sure. Totally agree. OMG Maxwell. Whoop. Weird from Crystal. House Davis says people that high up live above the law. I know that's what sucks. The professor says, I don't know what this is. Something, I think, is this for Liaison du Bon Temps Out Louders? That's from the professor. Katie says, that is definitely not Ghislaine. Totally agree. Crystal says, I'm really starting to believe that rumor. Citizen. Okay, you guys are saying hi to each other. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Emma. I love that you guys are saying this. I love this Pinocchio. Kim said Pinocchio. The professor says, happy Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras. Citizen says, only way your nose change is from boxing. Ask Jake Paul. Facts. Didn't his jaw get broken too? Lil Mama says, I think the child reaction shows this isn't uncommon. Crystal laughed at my Kardashian joke. Can I read this? I mean, you guys can read it. Somebody was saying that Jordan was grabbing something. Somebody said something, yo, Drake. Oh, we haven't had a Drake comment in a while. MJ was definitely on the Epstein list. Little Mama says, you let the parents do that, sir? DJ says, where the heck the ice come from? That's what I'm saying. Well, I know where it comes from because they're saying they were like dumping. Oh, no, actually, you know what? You're right. Where did the ice come from? Because apparently they said it was champagne that went up his shirt. Anyways, I need to see more, man. Sorry. Excuse me. Crystal said, I'm okay, M. Thanks. You guys just talking. I'm pretty good. Kim says the dad is sus. Mm-hmm. Who the hell is that? Lil Mama says, maybe he was upset and maintaining. That's what I see from both. Okay, fair. Today has been a great day. Oh, you guys are just talking. This is this. Somebody said that I'm so confused. Valletta. I don't know if that I think you might be talking about the Jordan thing. Mystery says, stupid dad with a GUN, which he took out of a lockbox and pointed it at his daughter and then get off. Really something not right about that. Totally agree with you, Mystery. Mars says, Jordan is so wrong for that. So wrong. Okay, Mars, I was wondering what you thought about that because I know that you're a big Jordan fan like I am. I am so happy to hear that, Mars. Like people, and I don't think I've said this actually since I've talked about it, but look, I have a niece, okay? And at no age, if she had ice, would I do that? I just wouldn't. I don't care if it's national TV. People are like, it's national TV. Would he do that? Will he, sometimes people are so in the moment and they're so used to something that they don't even realize what they're doing. If I was at a birthday party in front of people, not in front of people, outside, cameras or whatever, if it was ice down my niece or my nephew's back, I would not do that to them. I just wouldn't. Just for the main fact that it could, forget about people, how they could feel. And this is what I think what people are missing. Why things were acceptable in the 60s or 70s because we didn't understand. You don't know how the boy is feeling, even if it was ice. You don't know how the kid is feeling. The fact that you are doing that, even if he does know Michael, you don't know how comfortable he is. If my niece or nephew would have had ice in the back, if they would ask, hey, Uncle Trent, can you help me with this? Whatever. Okay, fine. I don't know if I would be doing this to be helping them that much. But if they ask, I'd be like, okay. But I'd honestly, especially I'd be like, go ask your mother or your father. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, not doing. I'm very, 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 very careful with that. And again, not because what anybody thinks. My family's around me. They know who I am. My sister knows who I am. I'm with my niece and nephews all the time since they were little babies. Okay. But I'm thinking about them. You don't want them to feel uncomfortable. And you play that video back, you see that boy turn around, and to me, he didn't look comfortable. And the other video I played for you when he was in his mom's arms, he didn't look too comfortable either. But y'all don't want to hear nothing about Jordan. So shout out to Mars for keeping it real. The professor said, no. Citizen Kane says, me and my friend were discussing this Jordan thing last night. If so weird, why would Jordan do that in front of all those people? Something obvious is in the kid's shirt. Look at the bulk. I have looked at the bulk. I have zoomed in at the bulk. And again, you can't say, here, I'm looking at it right here. Zoomed. There is nothing that falls out. I'm sorry, Citizen Kane. Anyways, I think I even still have it in here. I still have it in here, guys. Hold on. Let me remove. Gotta remove this. I'm sorry, y'all. There's nothing. Where is it that falls out? Where? There's nothing back there. And there's nothing that falls. And if it fell, why wouldn't you just catch one? Or why wouldn't we see something fall? And again, even if that is the case, this is not comfortable. Does he look comfortable? That's what I think a lot of people are missing. Does he look comfortable? Is he like, hey, thanks, Uncle Mike, a high five? You don't know what the kid, and this is the problem. Adults think they know everything, and then years later, do stuff like this, people are messed up. And I think it's wrong for adults to be like, oh, it's nothing. Who are we to say it's nothing? Did the kid say it's nothing? His father has not even said it's nothing. Anyways, again, this is my opinion. I respect everyone's opinion, as you know. Emma says, if it is true, why the child not attempting to remove the ice? That's what I'm saying. He's literally chilling there. He is chilling there. Nothing. Where is it? Come on, that's straight down. Look, let's count how many times. 1, 2. No, let's roll it back 1 second. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? Every time that's a different chunk of ice? Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta be kidding me. And again, nobody said it was ice except for those 2 podcasters that I told you. Nobody said it was ice. And like somebody else just asked, where'd the ice come from? Okay. Kim says Jordan is sus too. Melissa says oh my gosh, my nose. Somebody says you're always trying to set black people up. Melissa, wow, I hope you're new to this channel. Well, sorry, not I hope. I can clearly see you are new to this channel. There are out louders in here. And I would challenge anybody to ask and answer that question of Melissa about if I'm trying to set black people up, because there's nobody who defends, especially black women, more than me. But yo, thank you for your comment, Melissa. Somebody says freaky self. Well, that was little mama. Kim says that part, professor. Yolanda says your flogging went right back to get them Jordans. Oh, you're saying the guy who threw them away. Little mama says we gotta come out with the 12 shoes now. You gotta come out with 12 shoes now. Ooh, okay, my things are starting to bother me again. Oh, come on, Trent. Whew. Like I said, I don't feel anything. It's just the nose and my eyes watering. It's so annoying. Okay. Emma said hi to Mars. I don't know how to pronounce this name. You do realize how ridiculous you sound. There are some people who simply get off on hearing themselves talk. But all right, I respect your opinion. And again, nobody wants this to be untrue more than me. Okay? I have made a living for 15 years. I built a national brand off the back of Jordan Brand. Nobody is a bigger supporter than Michael Jordan than I. Nobody. Okay? I argue all the time on this podcast about LeBron James and Jordan, and I'm like, please don't even compare them. Kobe Bryant is my favorite basketball player. He's my number 1 basketball player. And you know why I say that Kobe is number 1? Because I don't even think Jordan should be spoken about in the GOAT conversation, because I think he's almost godlike. I've said that many a times. I'm like, you can't even say that he's the greatest. He's just almost godlike. It's almost impossible. So I'll put Kobe as number 1. Then Steph Curry, and then maybe like LeBron, but I'm not even really a big LeBron fan. And then, like I told you, I went from the trunk of my car to a national brand. I built a sneaker boutique, and 40-50% of my sales, I was one of 18 black accounts in the world that had one of the most exclusive Jordan account. I held it for years. I went to Vegas twice a year and sat down with the biggest people in Jordan Brand. I know Michael Jordan's son, Marcus. I used to see him twice a year. If he saw me, he'd be like, yo, what up, Trent? What up? Chilling. I know Michael Jordan's wife's brother. Literally, I have his cell phone number. I could text him right now, and he'd text me back and be like, yo, what up? I've been in Miami partying with Jordan's brother-in-law and his business partner 2 or 3 times. I could touch down in Miami right now, and they would pick me up at the airport right now. Well, maybe after, not now, after what I'm saying about his brother-in-law. But hey, everybody knows me. I keep it real, and I don't care. I do not care. I am not going to defend anybody, especially somebody who's not defending themselves. Okay. So I just keep it real. So Do you think I could sound ridiculous? You think all this or whatever, blah, blah. I'm not playing favoritism and I'm not standing up for nobody. I don't care. I go to the Diddy trial. I say what I feel. Whether people think I'm for Diddy, against Diddy, or whatever. And the prosecution was like, yo, prosecution did an amazing job. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Diddy's, it's over. People are like, oh, you're hating. Da-da. I come out the next day. I'm like, yo, the prosecution messed up. Now we know this. Yo, Diddy shouldn't be in jail for 4 years. Oh, you're always against women. You're always against. No, I say what the facts are about a court case. And I try my best to give you guys what is going on daily and reporting. And until I see something different, until I see an Ice Cube, until I see a different angle, until I hear from Jordan, until I hear from the father, I'm just going to go on what we have. And I'm not going to go on what some podcaster said. Oh, it was ice. Do you see any ice? All right. Sorry, Lachey. What up, Trending Out Louders? What up? Kim the Magnificent said, Shannon, do you... Okay, this guy's just ridiculous. Lachey. All right, you guys are saying hi to each other. Citizen Kane says, I have over 35 Jordans. I need some Rel recipes before I throw all of them away. Like serious people living Gucci after backlash. Okay. Like I said, like I feel you. And I'm not saying to throw out your J's, bro. I'm not saying that. Somebody says, Trent, by far you are the biggest snowball. You always have negative things to say. First of all, what does it mean when somebody calls you a snowball? What's a snowball? Let me ask ChatGPT. What's a snowball? What does it mean when somebody calls you a snowball? When somebody calls you a snowball, the meaning depends on the context. Sometimes it's similar to calling somebody a snowflake. Means they think you're overly sensitive and easily triggered. Oh, yeah. Thank you for your comment, Olivan. Emma says, Trump thinks if people will believe and repeat it, this must be his strategy. I totally agree with you. That is his strategy. Trump is guilty. Trump sounds guilty. This will finish him. We all know that Mars is not a big Trump supporter. Shannon says, doing great, Kim. All right, Katie, let's hear what Katie has to say. If there was ice in the boy's shirt, it didn't seem to bother him as he had both hands holding onto something in the front of him. The ice surely would have melted and dripped off his leg. Totally agreed. And like I said, y'all know how I like to argue. Let's say there's a bunch of ice. Let's say it's uncomfortable for him. Isn't Michael Jordan's place to break up the ice and take it off the kid's leg? Who is saying that is going to make the kid feel comfortable? Maybe he wanted his mother to do it. So y'all sound ridiculous with the ice. Who is Jordan to do that? You all are not thinking about if the kid is comfortable or not. You have to stop doing that. It's 2026. We have seen too many reports. We know too much about mental health. We know too much about the things that have been going on in the 70s, 80s, and 90s that people are thinking, this is harmless. Oh, this is okay. This is okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. This is not his child. I would not do that to my niece and nephew. And I was with them in the hospital when I was with my sister in the hospital when they were born. I was in there. They were in my arms. I love them more than anything in this world. I wouldn't do that. Thanks for that comment, Katie. Renee says Trump's name is now in the files over 1 million more times than Jesus mentioned in the Bible. Totally agree. Kim says, welcome, Olivan. Thanks for your comment. Thank you, Kim. I like that. I like how we're dealing with that with the niceness. I love that. Lachey says, I just got here, and without context, that little boy looks like he was watching his back and maybe watching his back for the rest of his life. Exactly my point. Thank you, Lachey. Let's play that one more time because, I played it a little bit late. I forgot it. Let's add this here. Yeah. Oops. Sorry. I paused it here. Look at that turnaround. Look at that. No, that wasn't a little slow turnaround. Look how quick that turnaround was. Whoa. Boom. Did he turn around and smile? Oh, hey, Uncle JJ. Give me some kicks. Tara says Trump is delusional. Citizen Kane, oh my gosh, my nose. I'm really, really sorry, guys. Oh. Okay. Whew. Olivan, what are you talking about? You must be new here. Exit stage left. Thank you. I love when my people come for me, man. Like you say, if you say something about me, I don't care, but say it's the truth. Okay. But I'm a snowflake. I don't say anything good for black people. You don't get me mad up in here tonight. Please. Thank you, Citizen K, my brother. Shay said, wait, did Trump make up the Trump delusion syndrome? Yes, that is a Trump line. Trust. Mystery said, who exonerated Mr. T from the Epstein files? Don't say anything. He exonerated himself as usual. Precisely. Citizen Kim laughed at Citizen's comment. Somebody says, this show sucks. Oh, that's all Olivan. Thank you very much for your comments. And thank you for sticking around to know that the show sucks. Colin says, Trump is exactly what the left deserves. Hold on, let me not put this up here. Hold on. You must have been reported to social services for... Let's not read that. The professor agreed with Citizen Kane. Olivian laughed. Citizen Kane says, they trolling. Only thing that sucks is you in the comment section. Thank you, Citizen. Sparkle says, Trump is 100% exonerated because Epstein was plotting with reporter Michael Wolff and the Dems to take him down. Okay, yes, we all know about that, but tell me how the Epstein's files exonerated him. I would really like to know. How is he exonerated from that? And listen, I'm not saying the files, anything that we've seen means that he should be guilty and put in jail, because the things that could put him in jail have been redacted and the other 3 million we haven't seen yet. But from what we've seen and what's been redacted, no, he's not guilty of a crime. But what's he exonerated from? Are you kidding me? Exonerated is not the words I would use. I would say nothing that has been shown proves that I'm guilty of a crime. That you could say. Yes, you can. But exonerated? No, sir. I don't agree with that. Trump said Trump's name is in the Epstein list more than 1 million times in the unredacted files. Wow, that's crazy. I think he ran with Epstein. Renee said, what about MC? Why didn't she hire him back? Well, because she's not on tour. You got to be on tour, right? The professor says Mary Trump is a clinical psychologist and has mentioned her uncle has many psychological traits. I definitely heard her on CNN a bunch of times. Sparkle says Trump was also the only one to help investigate and put Epstein away. Trump was an informant for the feds on Epstein, and that's why Epstein hated Trump. We know that, but what about prior? Like, look, I get the people who want to defend Trump, and I get that the relationship fell apart, but that doesn't mean he didn't do anything wrong. And I don't think you're thinking of the victims. You're just defending Trump, which you have every right to. But we understand that they both hated each other, excuse me. But if I hate one of my friends and I'm like, yo, I'm done with this dude, I'm going to help put him in jail, does that mean that we didn't do illegal things prior? I don't understand. Just because he was the one who put him in jail, you know how many people that have done a bunch of illegal stuff for years flip on each other, rat on each other, and put him in jail? Does that mean the person who put him in jail didn't do anything wrong? 9 times out of 10, it's the rat who did the more things because he's a rat. He's the more horrible person, and that's why he's flipping. You look crazy in here today. But thank you very much for your comment. Leshay says, that seriously goes to show the character Beyonce truly house, in my opinion. Citizen Kane said, Black Mirror effect. Blocking you. I'm a grown man. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. That was from Citizen. Sparkle says, you Have you forgotten that Trump is the only politician talking about Epstein when nobody else was? Okay. It was a lot of podcasters and a lot of content creators, but okay. Scott says, anyone that supports any fake fight is delusional. Okay, might be talking about Tyson and Mayweather. Sparkle says, Trump even spoke about Epstein victims in 2016 during the debate stage with Hillary and even brought out 4 of Epstein survivors to the debate. And Citizen Kane, what Tyson and Paul fight? That Tyson and Paul fight was fixed. Mary Trump is a sick person. Hey, Sparkle, thank you for coming here and adding some flavor to the day. As much as I might be dragging you, I appreciate you here. We love people from both sides. And thank you for making this an engaging comment section. I appreciate you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Terry says, this fight is a major money grab, not worth watching. I still think it might be kind of fun. Are Tyson and Floyd in the same weight limit? Not at all. Tyson's way bigger. That's from Renee. Scott said, absolutely. Ring finger red, number 1. I don't know what that means. Sparkle says, some people can't just before the Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah. Citizen Kane says, Sparkle, we see in. Sparkle says, to all those saying Trump is racist, Trump supported Reverend Jackson for president. Yet y'all keep saying he's racist. Oh my gosh. The people that say, yo, I'm not racist. I got black friends. They're some of the most racist people on the planet. Oh my gosh. Emily says, R.I.P. Jessy Jackson, the icon. R.I.P. Jessy from Sparkle. Thank you, Sparkle. What time you're on? Shaking my head. Let Trump watch your kids then. I'll wait. Citizen got jokes today. Sparkle said both Tyson and Floyd could use the money. Sparkle says, Citizen Kane, I see you. Oh, Gia's in the building. Oh my gosh, that is definitely not the lean, and that is horrible. That someone would actually go into prison and take her place. For her, I question that lady's judgment. This is like a movie. It's insane. Hey, some people who are down and out will do a lot for money, huh? Trust me, that lady could be down and out, have nothing. These people are billionaires. Hey, you want to go in jail for whatever, even for the rest of your life, we'll give you $50 million, $100 million. This is nothing to these people. $100 million is not, these are billionaires, the most powerful people on the planet. She could probably ask for $500 million and they would give it to her as a joke. You crazy? Those just 10 people together can give a little, yo, how about you give a little 10, I'll give 10. This is nothing. This is nothing. And there'll be mad people that would take that. Rest easy, Mr. Jackson from Kim. Melva, shout out to Dr. Jessy Jackson. Renee says, child, thank you, Reverend Jackson, for all you did for the world. Somebody said bent Trent. I don't know what that means. Hey, Melva, happy Tuesday from Crystal. Citizen Kane says, I'm not racist either. I have a few black friends. You sound crazy. You probably condone the Obama meme too. Living through Jessy Jackson's days, I'm now 67 years old. Thank you, Joyce, for that. Sparkle says, Trump is not taking down any black history. Please stop all the fake news propaganda. Not everything about black people must be tied to those bad days. Hi to all the out louders from Melva. Sparkle says, let's talk more about black excellence rather than beat us up with all the S-word things. It doesn't help our black children. Melva said, what up? Sparkle says, Trump is a positive-minded person and doesn't help to only talk about the negative things about black history. Hey, I didn't even see this. Citizen Kane. Thank you. It's like daily now. Thank you. My brother, I appreciate you very much for the super chat. Appreciate that very, very much. And appreciate you defending me in the comment section. Virgo says, why don't the Dems ever talk about the great black people in history? Renee says, no DNA match on the glove. Oh, no. That just came out while I was on air? Oh, no. That's crazy. That sucks. Sparkle says, yes, I condone the Obama meme because we all evolved. Oh my gosh. Sparkle, I can't with you, yo. I can't argue with you every comment you make. Katie said, R.I.P. Reverend Jessy Jackson. Where are the positive influencers now? Sparkle said, do you watch the whole video? Or how do you feel about Biden being portrayed as a monkey eating bananas? Do you know how the Dems would have gone crazy if maybe a Hakeem Jeffries? Sparkle, man, I can't with you. I can't comment on everything, but thank you for your comments. There were no apes in the Lion Kings. There was only one Rafiki. So if Joe Biden was the monkey, why are Barack and Obama apes? All right, thanks. Mars said, I knew Mars was going to get at you. Sparkle, Trump is moving sus and guilty. I don't care if he talked about Epstein before. He ran on it. He needs to stop with the cover-up and lies. I'm calling a spade a spade. I bow down to no one. Mars says, Sparkle, Biden is not is not the office Trump is. Sparkle said, would you talk about Whoopi Goldberg and Epstein involvement? I did already. Hello, everyone from Lockport, Illinois. What up, Tanya? Welcome to the chat. Great show again tonight, Trent. Thank you so much, Mystery. All healing vibes sent at Crystal XOXO. I love this little relationship. Of course, Trent, your show always brightens my day. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Crystal. Kim, welcome, Tanya. Wasn't the mystery at the church an ICE agent? Yes, he was. Kim says, was the father asking if his daughter was alive near the end of the clip? I didn't hear properly. I'm not too sure. Epstein brother even said the body was in his brother's body. That's crazy work. I didn't know that. Thanks, Citizen Kane. Let's get to Tammy says they need to do a DNA test on Ghislaine that they have, and that was her. They're never going to do a test on her. They don't want her to know. Like, we, the people, would have to. But again, the people who are in control, the people who replaced her, are the people who would do the DNA test. So even if there was a DNA test, he wouldn't know the real results. The professor says it's Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Oh my gosh, my nose. It means let the good times roll. Okay, we're running out of napkins now. Before I came on, I posted a video of I shouldn't laugh, but Shia LaBeouf getting hands put on him at in New Orleans. And the reason why like people are not feeling sorry for him is that he was at Mardi Gras acting a fool, and some people put hands on him. So you can check that out on my Instagram after the show. Sparkle says, if Kamala was president, we wouldn't even be talking about the Epstein files. Sparkle, I can't with you. Shannon said, I have mixed feelings about Jessy Jackson. He was standing right next to Martin Luther King when he was unalive. He took Martin Luther King's place and became a government agent. I do appreciate the work he did before Martin Luther King was unalived. We do know that there are those talks that go around. So I do respect that comment. I don't agree. Mar says, Lemon is not guilty. I saw the live. He was reporting the incident. He interviewed both sides. Shannon says, I love Dr. Claudia Anderson and Francis something. They are all my favorite Black history professors. Thank you for that, Shannon. Crystal said she agrees with Mars. Renee says there is support. There is supported to be another angle. Oh, there is supposed to be, sorry. There's supposed to be another angle of the Jordan video. All right, send it on over to me. Somebody said rest in peace to Reverend. Renee says, woo, I have granddaughters, not cool. Crystal said, I'd love to see it. Renee, me too. You can send it to my Instagram. I'll play it tomorrow. Somebody says, let's just ask the kid. It looks sus, though. Exactly, citizen. Shan says, RP to Reverend Jessy Jackson. You was crucial for the movement when it was happening. I know our government forced him into other things beyond his control. Trump did endorse Jessy Jackson back when he ran for president. Did y'all see what Trump said today about Reverend Jessy Jackson and how he said that he didn't even like Barack Obama? And I just feel like that's why I didn't read it. And I'm not even going to get into it now. But, you know, if he was so, hurt by Jessy Jackson's passing, he was such a friend, why wouldn't you just write like, yo, I lost my friend? Why are you going to say, loop in Obama, loop in this and loop in that? Like, anyways. Mystery said, big man putting his hands down. Well, okay, I can't say that, but y'all know what she's talking about. She's talking about Jordan. Since it says, I'm not defending, I don't see any ice either. It's still weird. Totally agree. Mara says, I love Jordan. I was shocked and mad at the same time. What was he thinking? Terrible. Mike, shaking my head. Shay said, fun fact, one of the main reasons why we don't hear about essays until they're adults. Somebody said, I'm reaching. Renee said, the publicist sounds upset. Exactly. Citizen said, Melissa, you on the wrong side. You on the wrong show this time. Shannon says, oh my gosh. Okay, I just don't want to read this about that. I can't read that, but thank you for your comment, Shannon. Renee says, I know that's right, Trent, and thank you for having our backs. Thank you very much, Renee, for acknowledging that and having my back. Jay Jackson says, it was weird to watch how he rubbing on Mary J. Blige's a few years ago, but he looked tipsy. Oh, I remember that. I think it was at the All-Star game. I totally remember that. Renee says, Trent, you need to try an allergy pill. I was 35 when I got allergies. Take something every day. This is not allergies. This is a cold. This is not allergies at all. I don't have allergies, but thank you. Renee says, I hate our... okay, hold on. Sometimes... so bad. I think that the votes is the point and the question and the voting, and we aren't putting in. Okay, thank you, Shannon, for that. Tammy says, Trey, take some Benadryl 20 minutes before you come online. Benadryl is not going to help allergies, guys. I am cold. I have a cold. And I took some of this. Well, actually, I don't want to, give them any thing, but I did take something before. I think maybe it's wearing off. I would be interested to know what the mother's take is on this. Exactly, Katie. I totally agree with you. Melissa said, hey, Kim, Trent would never set up a black person. He just deals with the facts, whether it's a black person or a white person. So not a fair comment. Thank you so much. Mystery. Audrey said, I asked Grunk which politician was... Okay, I read this already. Melva says, take something, Trent, for your health. I definitely will. Guys, by the way, I never get sick. You can go back. I think I've been doing this for like close to 3 years now. I think this is probably the first time I've ever been sick on this show. But yes, I have been taking something. June said, hello, Trent. I just got in here now. I guess I will watch the show in the morning. So good night and sweet dreams from Italy. Thank you so much, June. I can't wait for you to watch, and make sure you comment below. Crystal says, I do think it's weird that Jordan would do that in front of all these people if it wasn't innocent, but it looks really bad. And the fact that the kid isn't even paying attention to his own shirt beforehand. Exactly. and dad doesn't even want to respond is definitely sus. But I can't believe that Jordan would do something sus in front of all these people in cameras, knowing that he would get attention. Like I said, my only answer to that, and I don't know if this is the right answer or not, but my answer to that is sometimes you do things without thinking, you don't even know. And again, I think the bigger issue is Jordan could think it's okay in his head. I think that's more what it is. I think Jordan thinks that's okay in his head. But a lot of things that people do, biting, hugging people sometimes, or giving them a kiss sometimes, and doing whatever, and people feel uncomfortable. Just because Jordan thinks it's okay, and that's why probably he's doing it in front of a camera, doesn't mean it's okay, because we don't know how he feels or the parents. Last night I said, my daughter gets like that too. She gets all the signs of a cold, and then when I ask her, baby, do you feel well and okay? She's like, no, I'm fine. Exactly. At least he's not yawning today. That's true, citizen. Thank you. That's probably going to make me yawn now because it's in my head. Thanks a lot, bruh. Shannon says they are doing this stuff in public now. Not only going to get worse unless we do something about it. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think Kama. Sorry, I'm going to pronounce. Just say Smith. C. Smith. Don't be too messy, Trent. I'll try not to. I can't read this name either. They could give him, the father, another job for the same project with less responsibilities instead of firing him completely. The queen bee has a stone heart. I totally agree. Just my personal opinion. Mars says, stop trolling Melissa. No, citizen. Don't get him started. Don't even say it. Exactly. See how Crystal knows me? I love that. Jan says, Epstein was able to run wild for 6 administrations. Citizen says, at Crystal, he's going to yawn when he reads his post. I'm trying so hard not to. Let me. Oh, Lord. Why'd you guys say it? Lachese says, you are making me mad. What? You are making me mad during the dictation, but I appreciate it because that mad made a fan of you, because despite no matter how in my feelings I was, you were biased and you told it from each point of view. Oh, okay. I think you're talking about the Diddy trial. I think that's what you're talking about, or whatever it is when I'm talking, and I'm just, yeah, I appreciate that. I totally get what you're saying. Thank you so much. Jay Jackson says, some people don't understand how the legal process works, so it's easier to call Trent a hater. Thank you, Jay Jackson. Appreciate that. Now I know for sure that's what Lachese was talking about up here. Shannon says, did you guys hear RFK say he used to off toilet seats? Yes, we did hear that. Okay, Citizen says, Katie, your right hand was free, just correcting. Not sure what that is. Jay Jackson says, you're right, Trent. It's how the kid felt. Exactly. Thank you so much for that, Jay Jackson. Marcia Shannon, I did hear that madness, and he's the health minister. Yep, can't read that. Trump is a snowball, Lachese said. Betty says, Donald is crazy beyond belief. If he thinks we think he's been exonerated. That's from Betty. Sparkle said, MJ looks like he got lost in the moment, almost forgot the entire crowd was there. He couldn't help himself. The boy looked uncomfortable. Thank you for that, Sparkle. Shannon says, Trump's mouth. I got to be careful with Shannon's posts. Sometimes she writes things. Yeah, Trump's mouth does look like hole when he makes his face like that. Okay. Gia says, I'm going to watch it only because I'm a fan of Mike Tyson, but I already know this is going to be a spectacle. This is not going to be spectacular. I think they're already fixed. I totally agree with you, but I'm going to watch it too. Christine said, I felt Jordan brushed his arm. What? I felt Jordan brushed his arm and got his guard up. Oh, it's true, huh? I thought I saw that too. I have to blow my nose so badly. Renee said, yeah, you got allergies, Trent. Seriously, it's the nurse in me. Sorry, I don't have allergies. I know my body. I don't have allergies. I'm sick. I have a cold, y'all. That's it. Somebody, Katie said, poor child. Smiley says, Drake, is that you? No, really sorry. That's from Smiley. Hold on, I gotta be careful with Shannon's post. Shannon says, I think they use Trump as a distraction, keep people angry and outraged at him so the system can function and destroy us even more. They hate anger and fear on both sides. I agree with that, Shannon. It's probably true. It's never like the real person who's in power. I think there's people behind Trump. Mars says, I'm a mom. Do not do that to my child. I'm a mama bear for real. Jordan should know that as a parent too. I'm not even a parent and I know that. But I agree with you, Mars. Shannon wrote, they just tell people to hate and fear others on the other side. I totally agree. Shay said, please don't apologize for being under the weather. You are entitled to be a human. Forget those who think you're not allowed. We love you, man. Thank you. Last Shay. Focus says, okay, let's not read that. Renee says, Trent MC would have given him a desk job too. Just saying. Yeah. No. I'm not saying to give, I'm not saying Mariah Carey should give him a desk job chilling. I'm saying Beyonce, while she's on tour, can give him a job on the tour where he's not walking and moving a lot. That's what his daughter is saying. I'm not saying for her to give him like a desk job at an office, like doing nothing, right? Just saying when Beyonce is going back on tour, he could do something on tour. I'm not saying she should hire him forever. I'm just saying he's a tour guy. That's what he does. He's a stage manager. Okay, he can't walk around as much. Give him something on the tour that has less walking to do. And hopefully, if and when Mariah goes back out on tour, which I don't see likely at her age, but if she goes back out on tour, I would hope that she would hire him. And I think that's probably what his daughter's trying to do right now, right? Woo! Laura something Crawford said, hey, D down. Focus says, bring up how many times Barack was mentioned. Somebody said, big up Oprah. Bring up Oprah. Sorry, I have to be very careful with Shannon's comments. Informants and blackmailers participated too, though, and Trump was overseeing the pageants. Timmy says, I truly believe that the only reason Trump called the FBI way back when is because he found out and he jumped ahead of it because he didn't want to look guilty. I totally agree. Totally agree with that. Bring up Whoopi. Okay, we're not going to start doing that right now, guys. Lashesa said, I think most of the Trump party has the same IQ level because I just can't for the life of me figure out how they got into those positions of power. Mars says, T, you need to get lots of sleep to get rid of these sniffles completely. Thanks for all your hard work and giving us a great show. You're welcome, Mars. Appreciate you. Epstein victim lawyer said he did nothing. He had nothing to do with it. Renee says that was Clinton's rumored side piece at the debate. You got that sickness too. Oh my gosh. Shasa said to think that Trump would be such a good citizen and run out on his friend to save innocent people. Yeah, right. Totally agree with you, Shay. I have black friends though, says Citizen. Shannon says it's not IQ, it's programming, and it's on both sides of the aisle. We have no real party or friends. Focus says, you're not going to mention Barack was an island visitor. That's just, okay, I'm not going to read that stuff anymore. Seriously. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Mystery said RP to Jessy Jackson. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Citizen Kane coming through for your brother. But I like how your super chats match my horn. Thank you. Appreciate that. Last Shay says, this is the same people who say I have one black friend. Exactly. Happy Father's Day. Huh? Happy Father's Day, Tuesday, everyone. From Nolans. Happy Father's Day, Tuesday, everyone. I don't know what that means, Nolan. Citizen says, we already did in Philly. Sparkle, pay attention. Much? Okay, I cannot read. Yeah. Did Trump not say to a black man that he spoke good English, but the person's first language was English? Oh my gosh. Citizen says, no, we didn't. I'm a black man. I evolved from God. We might have come from monkeys. No one says happy Tuesday. Oh, Fat Tuesday from Nolans. Hey, Nolans. I didn't even realize Nolans is from New Orleans. Nolans and it's Mardi Gras. Nolans said RIP to Jessy Jackson. We're not reading any of Focus's comments. Citizen Kane said Trump wanted the, I don't know, something, the Ventral 5 to, before the trial, and they were not guilty. Yes. Aren't they called I can't remember. I know you're talking about the Central Park 5. Now they're called like the Vindicated. Oh, is that what you just wrote there? Yeah, that's not vindicated. Anyways, I know what you mean, brother. Mystery says the chat stream is very lively today, Trent. I know. I love it when it's this lively. Nolan says, hey, Crystal and everybody out there. Bam, 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 bam. Emma said, Sparkle, I challenge you to research racist. It involves prejudice, discrimination, and I don't know what that word is, directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that one's own race is superior. Let's go. Let's go. Please. The professor always come in with the facts. Marcia Sparkle, if you are black, you are living in the house. That's funny. Mystery said, Trent, you're really coming down with something tonight. You need to turn in early. I'm going to try. I'm not working out tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off for my training, so hopefully I'll get some sleep. Renee said, keyword, keyword, there is supposed to be another angle of the video. I didn't say I seen one. Oh, sorry about that. We all got excited. Sorry, Renee. Let's skip a little here. Hold on. We're going to skip this. Renee said, those runny eyes, it's allergies, Trent. Okay. Thanks, Renee. Citizen said, new evidence says OJ didn't do it. There was a, can't put that on the screen. There was a serial unaliver who claimed both sides, hence why the glove didn't fit. Citizen K, do more research besides using Google. Emma says, Trent, for your cold, keep your hands clean, sanitize everything, and hydrate yourself. Keep minimal touches on your face area without Kleenex like you're doing. I will. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I love all the love. There's a lot going on here between Sparkle and stuff, which I am just going to be ignoring. Citizen said, Trent, you get my Echoed Soul R&B link in your DM yet? No, bro. We're you keep saying that every day like I'm ignoring you, and I never ignore anybody. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to check live right now. Which account are you sending it to? Trent Out Loud or Trent Out Loud or the Out Loud show? Let me see. Nope. I don't see nothing here from no sort of Citizen Kane. And so that is the Out Loud show. And now I'm checking Trent Out Loud. I didn't get no DMs from you, bro. You can send your DMs to Trent Out Loud on Instagram or the Trent Out Loud show. Okay. Hey, Peaches is in the building. Hit that like button, Jamaicans. Bam, 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 bam. Peaches said, Mr. Trent, some ginger tea, a little Jamaican drink. Yep, I know. I've been doing that. Yes, Mr. Trent is not feeling well. Definitely. I always match to get some good medicine. Now, Shannon sent me a super chat. Thank you, Shannon. But I don't know if I can read your super chat. Let me just see. Unity. Okay, I'll put this one up from Shannon. Unity, we win. Join us in the center admin. These people are all trash. Thank you, Shannon, for your comments. I do see that Shannon and Citizen are kind of like going back and forth. I just want to leave that between y'all. Then Shannon came and said, Happy Black History Month. Thank you very much. Happy Black History Month, all y'all. And Katie says I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, but y'all can see it. Warm milk and honey will sweeten off that cold. Thank you very, very, very much. I'm going to leave this last one here. Happy Black History Month. All right, guys, y'all can keep commenting. I am going to come back to the comment section. Woo! I love when the comment section is lively like that. See, y'all took me to an hour and 50 minutes. I love this. Woo, my back is hurting from bending over. Okay. Pause. Jeez. All right. Notice throughout the whole show, I didn't need no Kleenex, but now I did. Anyways, at least we got through it. Okay. I'm going over now to lesson of the day. I think we have a great lesson of the day. Then I'm going to do my sign outs, and then I'm going to come back to the last comments. I see you guys are still active. All right. So I'll be back. Let's go to lesson of the day. All right. Today's lesson of the day. Let's jump right into it.
Between average and elite people is elite people can.
Whoa. Sorry. I forgot I still had this. Get up there. Okay. Let's rewind that and add to this.
Between average and elite people is elite people can get things done, even though their whole world might be falling apart. They still figure out a way to get it done. Because anyone can do things when things are going great for them. Like, of course, you're supposed to do great when your life is perfect, but it's, can you still get things done when you're getting hit by, the pain that you have to go through in life, right? Pain are inseparable. You're always going to go through some dark times, and it's in those days where you got to figure out how to still get it done. Those are the biggest identity building days. Sometimes your hardest days will be your biggest wins.
I 100% love that so much. People always look and be like, oh, this is this. Oh, you have this or you have that. Or, Joe Rogan has, $200 million contract or $250 million contract. Or, it's about getting through the hard times, not the easy times. I talk about that in my books. I wrote one book, How Sneakers Saved My Life. Second book is How Sneakers Ruined My Life. I talk about building my a national sneaker brand. And my second book, How Sneakers Ruined My Life, it was those hard times that I proved to myself who I was. Not when I was growing, making money, when shoes were selling off the shelf. It was easy. Opening another store. Perfect. Buying a house, buying my mom a car. Like, everything was all great. No, it's when Kanye left Nike, went to Adidas. Nike started shifting. They started changing my account. They started doing things. I just signed leases. I just started branching and moving. And it was those hard times, closing stores, having to lay off staff, having to call my landlord saying I cannot make rent, having to juggle things around, having to be stressed. And I'm not going to call myself an elite person, but, I leave that to other people. But that is what makes entrepreneurs. That is what makes athletes. That is what makes superstars. That is what makes, the difference in whatever it is that you're doing. Not the easy, fun times, the hard times. And even, me, whenever I'm talking or whenever I do something like this, you can use these examples with friends, businesses, or relationships. It's the hard times during a relationship that and you really feel if somebody is there and down for you. Same thing when you're building a business. It's the hard, grinding times. The people who I promoted in my company are the people who were there during store openings when the new systems were not working, when it was, 15 hours before opening and shipments didn't arrive and things were chaotic. And I was there in the middle of the night and this was like, yo, I'm here, I'm down. You don't even have to, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm like, no, I'm still going to give you overtime. No, I'm not here for the money. I'm here to I got you. Opening stores in Toronto, driving trucks down. Those were the people I promoted. They might not be the smartest people, but they were the most dedicated and elite, and the people who proved during the hardest times during my business that were there for me. Those are the people who I kept close beside me because those are the elite people. It's not only the people who graduated or have masters or whatever, it's the people who are dedicated in the hardest of times. So sorry that I went on a little bit of a rant, but I really 100% believe that. I believe that in myself, and I believe that in the people who I keep close to me. And that is what it means to be an elite person. All right. That is my lesson of the day. Okay. Had a great show. Woo. Got a little sick towards the end, but I'll be all right. Thank you for all the medicine advice and well wishes. And just trust me, please. I'm a grown man. I do not have any allergies. It's really just a nose cold. I don't have any allergies ever. The only allergy I have is being lactose intolerant, okay? But thank you for all the remedies. I will get better. Do not worry about me. But I love all the advice out there, all right? Now, I'll come back to the comment section in 2 seconds. But before I leave, I just want to remind you of some things as I do daily. 3 things I want to remind you of is while we're on live, like Citizen Kane, you can give us a super chat, or if we're off, you can give us a super thanks. That is the best way to give back to your favorite YouTube host. A lot of people say, do you have PayPal? Do you have Venmo? This is the best way. I like it because you can replace the thanks and send me a message. It's like sending me a notification. So that is the best way. I appreciate everybody. And also to Shannon for giving us a super chat. We appreciate you. Also, do not forget to sign up for the Out Loud membership. If you're on YouTube, you see a join button, or you'll see the membership button. Not button, but tab. Do not forget to be an official Out Louder today. And third thing to remind you, you'll see the first link below where I put up the QR code before. If you are ever wondering, hey, is my social security out there? Does anybody have my credit card? Why are these strange people calling me? For the next 14 days, for absolutely free, Aura can show you any of your information that's out there. It's really cool to see. Click of a button, it is erased. You'll get no more spam phone calls, no more leaked messages, and no, you never have to worry about somebody frauding your credit card, all right? It's absolutely free. Click the link below. Now, I just want to remind you of 3 ways to keep up with the show. For those of you who like to listen to shows like this on podcast platforms, we're available on every single one of them. Just go to any pod site, type in Trent Out Loud, the show will pop up. Do not forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And we upload daily, 5 days a week. And not only are we uploading our live show, we are uploading our daily takes. By the way, I have an answer for you guys of what we're going to name the daily takes, but I'll tell you that in 1 minute. Our daily takes, we're uploading those on podcast platforms too, okay? So make sure you turn your notifications on. Now, the second way to keep up with the show is my favorite way. For those of you who like watching with video, head on over to YouTube, type in Trent Out Loud. I'm going to need you to do 6 things when you head over there. First 2 is hit that like and hit that subscribe button, get the algorithm in. If you see a hype button, make sure you hit that too. You can give us points. It's absolutely free. The third thing I would like for you to do, please, for me, is I appreciate and love all the live comments. But I feel like the people after the show that are watching it are not really getting into a discussion. So please, if you put a comment here or if you have an opinion, it would be nice if you could put it up after the video is posted to continue the discussion, okay? Now, for those of you who don't want to join in on the discussion, I totally understand. No pressure. Every night before I go to bed, I look at the comment section, and I love to see how global this show is. Katie and Andrew are watching from UK, West London. I love to see it. So let me know which country or city you are watching from. All right. Now, the fourth thing I'm going to need you to do is please try to share this channel with your family, friends, and loved ones. I am trying to grow this channel for the next 20, 30 years. This is new media. You hear me talk about this every day. So helping share this platform with like-minded people grows our community. So I appreciate you. Fifth thing, sign up for the Out Loud membership. Sixth thing, super chat, super thanks. Now, the last way is through streaming platforms. So it's podcast, video, streaming platforms. We stream daily, weekdays, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, 2 streams. I told you all at the top of the show, we have 2 streams. You either have mobile or you have TV. If you're on your TV or laptop and you see black boxes on the side of me, that means you're on the mobile. You should be on the TV one that has no phone icon beside it or no M beside it. If you're on mobile, you hit the link that has the phone and the mobile beside it. All right. We are also streaming on Twitch, Instagram, and on Kick. We're also coming to Instagram now to read some of those comments and on the Instagram comments because I promised Lamies I would do that. Make sure you check us out. Podcast, video, streaming. Also, for those who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all social platforms. It's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. And I'm the most active on Instagram. And like I said earlier, please follow me on the Trent Out Loud show on the gram. That is when I could be able to talk to you guys throughout the day, in the morning, and even on the weekends when we're not doing our TOL shorts or our live show. I'm having a lot of fun. Sometimes as I'm waking up in the morning, I'm in my robe. I got my do-rag on. Sometimes I even have my shirt off. I haven't done that in a while. But my mom gets mad at me when I do that. But it's just fun. It's a little bit more relaxed. It's not always this kind of like studio perfect vibe. So if you like the show, you're really going to love us over there. So follow the Trent Out Loud show to get quick takes throughout the day so you do not miss out on anything. Now, just to reiterate from yesterday, I asked you guys, hey, what do you think we should name the shorts on the video section? And I already started on these lives and on the episodes doing EP and a number. And a lot of people in the podcast and content creation world are like, yo, that's prime real estate. You shouldn't be using anything there and you should get to the title. So for videos, thank you guys all for your suggestions of it was TOLS or Trent Shorts or whatever, but I'm actually just not going to put anything over there and just start with the title. So you only have 100 characters and sometimes you want to try to get some things in there. If I'm using 4 characters, it really makes no sense. You guys know that it's our short form and it's not the full episode. When you want a full episode, you know to look for the EP and the number, okay? So the video section will just be the title. Thanks for all the advice yesterday. Okay, let's go over to the comment section before y'all leave. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to blow my nose. Katie said, okay, I already got that. Mystery says, Trent, did you say you have a training day tomorrow? No, I don't train tomorrow. I train every day, but Wednesday is my off day. I don't work out. Jay Jackson said, have a good night, Trent. Thank you very much, Jay Jackson. Hold on. I know you guys are having a conversation between y'all. Crystal says, yes, I agree. The biggest win is when you show up on your hardest day. It's easy to show up and succeed on the easiest day. But when you show up, even when it's difficult, that's when you truly succeed. Crystal always comes through. Crystal also said, vitamin C, hammer it. Citizen Kane says, Trent, sent link to your Facebook DM. Good looks. Okay. I haven't checked my Facebook DMs in a while. Oh, I think I just see it. Charles Foster Kane. It just showed up here. Let me see this. All right. I got you, bruh. Hold on. Let me see. Where does this show up? Dude, I haven't been on, where the hell? Oh, here. Messenger. Will it be in my Messenger? No. Huh? It's not in my messenger. Where do I see the message? Okay, hold on. Let me click on it. Okay, so yeah, I'm on your Facebook page. What do you want me to see on this Facebook page? Is something you want me to listen to? All right, I'm on your Facebook page. Just let me know what you want me to listen to, okay? And I will. Crystal says it's the same thing from every situation in my life, whether it be your relationship, career, even work out and creating new habits. Totally agree. Good night, Out Louders. Good night, Crystal. I love how Citizen Kane loves Crystal so much. Everybody, don't forget to smash that like button. Peace. Peace, Citizen. That is why you are so successful on your show, Trent, because you showed up today even though you were sick. Laugh out loud. Thank you. Another great show. We love you. Thank you so much, Crystal. Mars says that was a nice convo. Good night, y'all. Even you too, Sparkle. Citizen Kane laughed at Mars. The professor says, we love you, Trent. We love you too. Facts to Crystal from Citizen. Mars is laughing at Citizen. Lake says, if a grown man... Okay, we're not going to read that. We're just going to say positive. Another great show, Trent. I hope everybody had a great evening. Be safe out there. Peace, love, and happiness. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Citizen says, Sparkle, go on Django Samuel Jackson screensaver. I'm done. Kim said, shout out to Trent's mom. Citizen said, word. Hold on. Yeah, Citizen said, that's me. Good night, Trent and the Out Louders. From Mystery. And Citizen says, Echoed Soul. I'll listen to Echoed Soul. I think I saw that when I was on here. All right, I'll listen to it when I'm off air. So it's a song you want me to listen to? What am I listening to here? I see that you're a comic book owner. Citizen, if you're still there, first link on my page, Trent. Okay, I'm on the page. Oh, okay, here. Is it a song? Oh, okay, I got it now. Oh, okay, I got it. Hold on, let me just mute this microphone. So it... Okay. I see Citizen got some beats here. Okay. Yo, maybe we could drop this in the chat. It's an R&B album. Okay. Hold on, let me hear it. Let me 1 second. All right, the beats are already banging. All right, I'll listen to it as I'm out there getting myself better. I'm gonna go blow my nose, and eat some food. I'll listen to it while I'm eating. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Make sure you go check out Citizen Cage's Facebook page. I'll put it in the chat tomorrow. We can y'all can listen to it after. Yo, peace and love. Thank y'all for hanging with me today. Sorry if I was a little bit off being sick, but I tried my best, man. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow's hump day, y'all. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.